Alright, welcome to Sloshboard Strength 2. You've probably already watched and mastered Sloshboard Strength 1, so now it's time to step it up a level. Today, all of the exercises you'll be doing on the sloshboard are going to keep the slosh tank off the board. So you'll be holding it, slosh tank being the weight and also causing a slight imbalance. Here we go. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and warm up. I'm going to bring the slosh tank up to about shoulder height right underneath my chin, get my feet set. Preferably you want your toes and heels in a straight line. You don't want to duck foot them out to the side. You want to keep them straight forward and backward because you want to work on improving your ankle mobility or flexibility, which you worked on in Sloshboard Strength 1. So coming down, keeping your knees apart, not letting them cave in, and then resting your elbows on your knees to help keep those heels down on the floor. So you would do this for 2 minutes. So I will go ahead and start that timer if you're doing it with me. It's also a nice way if this tank is up here to keep your head and your back from rounding. So what I'll do is go ahead and show you what it looks like from the side. My feet right, coming down, chest up, shoulders back and down. I'm going to push those knees forward while keeping your heels on the floor. And really that is one of the main goals. First goal is to try to keep the board centered. And the second goal is to try to keep your heels down. It might go up a little bit just to get a balancing act back together, but you want to try and keep your heels down while you're on the sloshboard, using the whole foot. And of course, we try to sloshboard barefoot, getting the most proprioception or the most muscle engagement out of your feet as possible. Keep breathing deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth. Keep working. Shins are probably burning at this point. We're almost there. You can always hop out of deep squat and then jump right back into this deep squat. I'm going to keep going here. Stretching out the lower body, preparing them for movement. You can sway just a little bit from side to side just to keep movement happening so you don't get stiff in this position. Let's see what the time looks like. Almost there, guys. Almost there. About 5 seconds. Breathe deeply. Chest up, shoulders back and down. And go ahead and bring yourself back up. Check it out a little bit. Should be feeling, oh, so good. And warmed up in those lower legs now. Now, you don't always have to do 2 minutes. It's the optimal, what I have found it to be the optimal amount of time. You can do 1 minute and then progress your way up to 2 minutes. That's kind of intense if you haven't ever been in a deep squat like that before. Other than, of course, in Strength 1 being on the board. Alright, so the second thing we're going to do is going to be the slosh tank press. So we'll go ahead and get onto the board. Again, taking your slosh tank, I like having my palms underneath the wider part so the logo is facing up. And I like having the slosh tank plug facing me. Personal preference. And so with it in your hands, finding your centered balance on this board, keeping your core engaged, which means keeping your belly button pulled in towards your low back. You're going to press up and bring it back down. Each time you press up, you want to try and straighten out the elbows. Good, keeping those heels down, belly buttons pulled in. We're doing 10 of these. This is 3. 4. I'm looking straight at my camera, which helps with my balance. If I didn't have this camera here, I'd probably be taking a spot on the floor or maybe a spot on the wall behind me. Keep that balance. Keep that breathing going. In through your nose and out through your nose or mouth, preferably in and out through your nose. Last one, make sure it's 10. And done. Alright. Next thing is going to be a slosh tank deadlift. So this is really important. You want to keep your back straight. So keeping those shoulder blades squeezed together, showing off the chest, right? And then pushing those shoulder blades down your back. That way you're not shrugged up here when you pull it back. You want to be fully engaged. And so what I'm going to do is turn this board around. So what I'll do is I'll show you the deadlift pattern. The knees, of course, when you're on the slosh board, you always want to make sure that your knees have a micro bend. That's how you keep balance. You want to keep those knees soft, like any other board sports. Really most sports, keeping your knees soft. So here we go, 10 slosh tank deadlifts. Keeping that belly button pulled in, shoulders squeezed behind you and down your back. Butt's pushing back a little bit, knees are soft, feet are flat on the floor. Come back up. It doesn't matter if the slosh tank touches the slosh deck or not. You just want to go to about 90 degrees in your hips. And come back up. Breathing going in the nose and out the mouth or nose. You can do these fast. I prefer to do them more slow and controlled. You're going to get a better response as far as improvement, muscle stability, and strength if you do these slow and controlled. Again, big workout for the core and the legs, especially the back of your legs right now. Those hamstring muscles are really working during this move. I got about 3 more left. Excellent. All right, that was the last one. All right, the last thing we're going to do is specifically for your core. I want to get your core built up in this stage for the Sloshboard 2 here. All right, so I got myself on the deck. So we're going to come up, find our center of balance, and once I do, I'm just going to start sloshing side to side. So there's a lot going on right now. Of course, your chest is up, shoulder blades squeezed behind you and down your back. Belly button is pulled in, of course. This is a core move. Losing the grip. The edges are good. Keep it going. I was going to say the edges are a little bit tough on your hands, especially the corners. If you need to, you can put on gloves or just kind of avoid the bottom. Woo! So So you do this about 30 times. I'm not keeping count. Go ahead and do 12 more. Done. Awesome. Repeat this workout all over again for the reps that I recommend, or you can put on a timer and do each exercise for a minute. If you're really killing it, you can try 2 minutes, although man, I would love to see that. Make a video and post it somewhere on any one of my social media outlets, because I will be thoroughly impressed. So yeah, give this a try. If you like it, go ahead and do another round, maybe even 3 rounds. And let's see how you do. Keep going, keep growing. Slosh on.